All right, excellent. So give me just a thumbs up if you see my screen. Excellent. So we've got 5 days, colleagues. When was the last time that you went to 5 days of training? Long ago? Who's been to 5 days of training in the last year? 5 days of training in the last year? I think, Ilana, was that your hand up? Yes, she's been to 5 days of training. Stunning, stunning. All right, so let me tell you what these 5 days are going to entail. So today, we're really laying the foundation. You're going to get exposure to a whole lot of tools. You're going to meet your group. You're going to do some work with your group. We are going to do some sketch noting. This afternoon, you're going to do vision boarding with Julio. And we're going to end off today with Joe Pine coming to speak to you about his knowledge and his wisdom around customer experience. Then tomorrow, we're going to look at the organization. All right, there's a context within which we're going to make changes inside of F&B commercial. And often companies delve in and they start creating journeys. Who's done any customer journeys in this group? Just raise your hand if you've dabbled with journeys. Okay, so there's a few people who have done journeys. And often companies come to us and say, Chantel, we've got the most magnificent customer journeys, but we just can't get the organization to do something with it. Okay, I'm seeing Victoria's going like this. Yes, we cannot get the organization. It's really good stuff, and we've done innovation and we want them to change, and they just won't change. All right, now, sometimes that happens because we haven't looked at the organizational context. We haven't been strategic about, who needs to be involved. Why do they need to change? Do they know why they need to change? All right, so this is going to give us like the full Monty of really understanding the organization. And we've got a model called the Experience-Oriented Enterprise Blueprint. And you're going to do, once you understand that model, you're going to do an audit of your organization against that model. We've got great case studies that I'm going to share with you tomorrow. We're going to look at stakeholder mapping. We're going to look at culture and looking at compiling a culture blueprint. We're going to do a lot of practical work tomorrow. And then tomorrow afternoon, you are in for such a treat. So I have had the most amazing mentor in my career. His name's Lou Carbone. I met him 12 years ago, and he is a wise man. I've learned so much that I'm going to share with you this week. I've learned from him, but he's just a good human being. He is such a honey, and I hope that once you spend time with him, you will also share my view that, I didn't know I could love a human being on the other side of the earth that, I met through a business context. I just love Lou. All right, so Lou's going to come tomorrow afternoon, and he's going to share with you how to do clue scanning, and then we're going to do a really nice practical exercise related to that. Then Wednesday is the customer day. All right, here you're going to roll up your sleeves. You're going to get a good understanding of persona, empathy mapping. Rosaria is going to share her happiness model with you. And people, I did not know that a model can make me so happy, but you just look at Rosaria's face and I feel just incredibly happy. And you know what? Rosaria and we are starting a webinar series. Shortly after your course, we'll do the first one in March, and you'll all get like a VIP invitation to this webinar series. And we're going to drink tea together. So it's going to be like tea with Chantel and Rosaria. And Rosaria's already sent me like a list of all the teas I need to go and buy. And we're going to have fun on these webinars. All right. So Rosaria's going to share this happiness model with you. And I think I really share Rosaria's passion for spreading happiness into the world. People, especially now, that's what we need. We need happiness to, combat all of the complexities and all of the fear and all of the nasty things that come with our current context. All right, so Wednesday, you're also gonna get your hands really dirty now. If you were in a classroom with us, we used to run our programs at Henley Business School. There in Witkoppen Road, you know where Henley Business School is? It's such a lovely venue. Aside from the fact that they feed you so often that you gain, like in a 5-day course, okay, people, you would have gained like at least 3 or 4 kilograms, okay? So we're not doing that. So just see it as the benefit of you get to have your own healthy lunch and you can choose how much you gain. But we would have sent you out into the shopping malls for field work. You would have actually gone and interviewed real customers. Now we can't do that. We don't want to send you out anyway. So we're going to bring some customers to you on Wednesday. All right. So that you can do some field work, that you can engage with customers. So a lot of practical, you're going to do group feedback. And then Thursday is our journey design day. All right. So we're going to take you through, you know, how to look at these journeys. And you are going to design some journeys for FNB. So you've been divided up into 5 different groups of 6 people, all right? And you will, at the end of this program, you will have elaborated on one specific journey. So we're going to give you some case studies and you're going to work on that. Then Friday, and we'll talk about lunchtimes now, but Friday we really want to look at transformation. You know, how do you land this change? And a lot of it has to do with storytelling. All right. So in order to effect change, you need to be an inspirational storyteller. You need to tell people, you know, this is where you are, this is where you need to go to, and this is what you need to do to get there, and really make it compelling for them. So we're going to teach you some of the tricks of how to present, how to convince people. You're going to do a TED-style group presentation on Friday that collates all of the work you've done during the week. You will get feedback from a panel. I don't want to call them the panel of judges, but there will be like a panel that will review your presentation. You'll get some coaching feedback. I think it's a wonderful process. We had 60 participants go through the program last year in 2 different cohorts, and they found it hugely valuable to get coaching feedback from us as a facilitation team. All right, so we will have lunch every day. For today's 45 minutes, every other day is an hour except Friday. Friday, we have half an hour lunch, all right, because we want to get you out of here a little bit earlier. And on Friday, if we get you out of here a little bit earlier, I don't want you to go back to your email, all right? I actually want you to do something really nice for yourself. So plan around that, all right? If you have to do email somewhere in between, that's cool. But Friday, once we finish here, I want you to chill, all right? So let me just quickly give you some, I just want to move to my agenda. So our anticipated lunchtime for today is, and you can see I've got a whiteboard here where all my notes are written. So we are planning to break for lunch at 1 o'clock, all right, for 45 minutes. We will have breaks in between. You know, usually we've got a 15-minute morning break and a 15-minute afternoon break. But, you know, I'm kind of reading you guys. So if I see many faces that are frowning and, you know, my kids, I laugh at them, you know, they go to school online and sometimes they get to dinner table and they're sitting like this on their hands and the head doesn't want to stay up anymore. Okay, so when you feel like a break and you want to give me a signal, okay, just put your head on your hands. Then I know the head's tired and the head doesn't want to stay up anymore. Okay, great. So we'll have regular breaks. Team, am I missing anything? No? All right, stunning. So let me quickly tell you about your guest speakers for this week. Okay, I'm going to zip through them just so you know what to expect. So today we have Eva Lotta Lamb from Germany. It's a strange story how I met her. I'll probably tell it a little bit later, but she is just fabulous. People, I have got so many books of hers. Let me just see. I think the books might be in my office. I'll show you some of her books later. It's amazing. When I can't sleep at night, I've got like quite bad insomnia. When I can't sleep, I usually read an Eva Lotta Lamb book because it's just so creative. It's like, it's just pictures. Who likes yoga? Anyone here likes yoga? Just raise your hand if you like yoga. Oh, stunning. She wrote yoga books where she illustrates the little stick person doing all of the yoga moves. It is so cute. Johan's just run to get the book. So I'll show you the book now. Then we've got Joe Pine, as you can see, much more of an academic. Okay. He's like, you know, at university, I had a few professors that I really liked, and I like stayed afterwards. I carried their books for them. I said to them, I'll do all of the junior student marking. You know, you were like, I don't know if there's a word like this in English, but gatkruip. For you Afrikaans people in the room, you know, gatkruip. You know what? Is there an English word for that? Like the teacher's pet. Okay, I want it to be like the teacher's pet. So with Joe, I absolutely want to be the teacher's pet. So you'll meet him this afternoon. He's really, really cool and such a wise man. There's Lou. Do you see what I mean? He's such a honey. Okay, you're going to meet Lou tomorrow. Oh, there's Julio. You've already met Julio, but he's going to do your vision board session this afternoon. And Rosaria, look at that. I think I want to see Rosaria's inside of a wardrobe. I think she's just got yellow. Okay, stunning. So let me quickly show you the yoga notes. Jan, if you can spotlight. Just going to do this, people. Quickly sort out my camera like this. All right, this is the yoga notes. Jan, can you spotlight me? No. Oh, sorry.
Screen share.
Stop that. And spotlight. I want to show you these books. Cool. Johan's just doing a focus there. Can you see the yoga moves? They're so cute. She like step by step draws like the yoga moves. Okay, so you're going to learn how to do this, and I want to show you another one. This is like sketch notes that she does at conferences. That's how she sketch notes everything like she learns. Is that not cool, hey? Okay, so she's going to teach you how to do this. All right, and the reason why we teach you how to do this is because your communication will be clearer if you first draw out what you want to share with people. All right, you'll solve problems much better. And you know what I do, even with, I don't know if Gordon's still on this call, but you know, even if I have meetings with executives, I sketch note those meetings like this and I send it to them straight like this. And you know what? It's just a lot more interesting. So you can see I'm a little bit of an Eva Lotta Lamb freak. She was here in South Africa and I attended some workshops of hers, and I said to her, please, 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 I want every one of your books. She actually brought it. She brought it all the way from Germany. All right, stunning. So I'm going to do a very quick intro, and then I'm going to hand over to Marilee to take you through our first exercise. So just foundation-wise, what I want to share with you, and let me quickly share. I'm just going to share my sound because I'm going to play. There we go, share sound. Optimize video. Excellent. So you will get access to an amazing foundation course on the learning platform, which is 45 minutes. That'll give you a bit more of a detailed overview than what I'm going to give you now. So we're going to layer your knowledge as we go through this week. But really, I want to start with saying customer experience has been defined as many things. Some people see it as customer service. Some people see it as, oh, it's only for the call center. Some people see it as a marketing initiative. But customer experience, you really need to see it from the customer's perspective. All right. And it's a multidimensional thing. So, you know, customer experience is rational, it's emotional, and it's sensory. So the rational side of what a customer would ask is, did I achieve my goal? And was it good value? All right. We all want good value. Emotional, we'll ask, well, did this experience make me feel good? And often brands get it wrong. They think it's about how people feel about a brand. All right. it's not how people feel about a brand. Most people couldn't give a damn about a brand, all right? If I said to you, think of a brand that you love so much that if the building was on fire and the last product was in there, you would run into that building and risk your life to go and save them, okay? Can someone think about a brand? Put it in the chat. If you can think about a brand, put it in the chat, because not many people have those brands. So it's very much about how they make you feel about yourself in an interaction. All right, and I'll tell you some stories later this week, very embarrassing stories about myself, but brands that I avoid because I don't feel good about myself when I interact with them. And then, do people have a good story to tell? So you might have heard about Daniel Kahneman. He did a whole lot of research about how memories are formed, how people remember experiences, all right? And you remember an experience based on the peaks in that experience. So, did it have a positive peak? Did it have a negative peak? For a positive peak to be remembered, it needs to be like really positive, all right? That's why most of you, when I say think about an experience you had, you'll think about something that went wrong, all right? Because those negative peaks are usually quite intense. All right, so important, did it make you feel good about yourself? How did you feel in that interaction about yourself, not about the brand? And then have you got a good story to tell? Then sensory, what do I see? What do I hear? What do I taste? What do I smell? And what do I feel? And often, for the folks that are close to your call center, people would use metaphorical speech when they're in the call center. When they call the call center, they'll say, I smell something fishy. Something's off. All right. So in your environment where, only in a branch can you really have a fully sensory experience, it's very intangible. People transact electronically. So we'll unpack this as we continue into the week to have a look at what that really means for you. One of Lou's quotes that he will mention to you tomorrow is you cannot not have an experience. All right. So people are having many, many experiences with your brand, thousands of experiences daily. And the question is, how well managed are those experiences versus how haphazard are they? So the important things we're going to take you through this week is, number one, who is your customer? We're going to have a look at who you are as a brand. We're going to look, number three, at what problems do you solve for the customer? Number four, we're going to take you through a process where you're going to understand how do you deliberately design your interactions to be both memorable and extraordinary. And then number five, how do you go about empowering people to deliver those extraordinary experiences? We know that you've got propeller heads working on your platform, people that are putting a lot of love into that design so that they make sure that that's a delightful experience. Aside from the processes and the platform, we also need to look at the people empowerment. All right, so I want to play you this quick video.
What is customer experience? Customer experience is the feelings and thoughts that a customer associates with your brand. Customer experience is the feelings sparked by an interaction with your brand and turned into a lifetime of stories that the customer later remembers. Customer experience is the way customers feel about themselves when they interact with your brand. The decisions they make are powered by their emotions, which are in turn supported by the internal narrative. Customer experience is the sum of all the highs and lows, the delights and disappointments. Customer experience is the smells and tastes, the sights and sounds that gets conjured up when a customer thinks about your brand. Brand love facilitates emotional interaction design and cultural transformation.
All righty.